It is a bright, sunshiny day here in the desert Southwest, and the temperature comfortable enough that they said, hey, let's open the roof. That's what they've done here at State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. First down 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Set. 3 outlaw. Check. 43. Woo! Check. Fresno. Check. 1, 3. Check 3. Yes.
15. Murray now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Jim. SOS. 43 is the mic. 43.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Bortles and the Rams going to come up on a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big run there by Gurley. 64 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood. Mike. Check tight end. Check come. Let's go.
Here's Bortles to throw. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On the toss, it's Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Recon, 132 fighter. Fight.
Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gary. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check 99. Check 99. Go. Motion. Zoom.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Hey. Here we go. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43. Look at it. They're running it.
Murray looks to throw again. 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 5 yards on the pickup. And they're going to face a 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Mike's 43. Mike's 43. You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the rookie from Washington, Taylor Rapp, who picked it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct, and what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
Credit the tackle to DJ Swearinger. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the counter, Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Zerline now for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
43 is the mic. Let's go. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. I'm trying to collect. Come on. 43 is the mic, boy. 43.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A big run there by Gurley. And even 50 yards. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. Down to the 25. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. These two teams all tied after one. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy, deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down. Murray going to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's Gurley. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 1st downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Johnson. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Watch time. Tie it right. 4 down.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
It's just me and you.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Check 37. Check 37. Check. Hey, watch it.
To Johnson again. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Gurley now. Toss right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Bortles. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go again. 58, boy. 58. Come on.
They try right side here. Gurley. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Gurley. And an alley to run. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And the Rams 1st down.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
43 is a mark. Check curls.
Bortles going to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check. Check the outs. Check the out. Check safety. Yeah. Watch the twins. Watch the twins. Back.
A final shot before half from Murray. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half.
Here we go. Ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. They run. It's Gurley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On first down, Bortles. Eluding the pressure right, and that is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Second down, it's Henderson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11, torn ACL, out for the year. He was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his second NFL campaign. Had 566 yards in 8 games before the injury. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Another carry now for Gurley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here we go. It's Gurley. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Johnson. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They do go for it. It's Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Clay Matthews with a pick, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. 36.
Throwing now is Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
43. Orbit. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. Go. Crunch.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray is going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
Let's go, boys.
At their own 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A 1st down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
94.
Now a handoff for Gurley. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. And shedding the tackle and now some room. And finally down at the 9-yard line. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 9.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darrell Henderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Murray now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
43 the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. Hey, watch the ball. He's coming.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
Just like that.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mike's 43. Go. Here I come.
First down, Murray. Throw left side, complete. That's Bird. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
43 the mic. 43 the mic.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Let's keep moving.
On first and 10, here's Murray. He's going to fire one deep, and this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one good for 37 yards.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a first and goal with this game still hanging in the balance.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, they run with Gurley. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Missed tackles may doom this team.
I just had a bad flashback. That's why I'm sitting up here with you right now. You've got to tackle him inbounds. You've got to wrap him up.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First down, Los Angeles.
Go, 60 Pittsburgh. Double dog, that's the way.
Henderson now on first and 10. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Again, it's Henderson. And an alley to run. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella with time running out as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. Back to throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll stick to the ground game with Garland. Oh, no, he lost the football. Really a great game that we just saw, Charles. Interesting ending, that's for sure. You don't